If there is one tool that has single-handedly increased my productivity, doubled my creativity, improved my self-awareness levels, and helped me find my purpose, it was boredom. Although just sitting on your ass and doing nothing does not work. If it only were that easy. But if you use boredom in the way that I'm about to suggest, it affects your psyche at the levels no one really talks about. So in this video, we'll look at how I beat procrastination every single time, how boredom helped me double my creativity, awareness levels, and helped me find my purpose, and then 4 levels at which boredom affects your mind or psyche. Hi, my name is Fasi and I'm a certified expert coach. And if you want to go deeper, I've encapsulated my entire coaching process to beat procrastination permanently once and for all. You'll find the link in the description. The first level at which boredom helps you is at a very surface level and it's very shallow. Although this is the level which helps me beat procrastination every single time. Let me share a shocking study with you. So, college students were asked to sit in plain boredom with their thoughts and emotions for 6 to 15 minutes. They had to just be with themselves and do nothing, except for they had this buzzer in front of them on their table, which they could press that would give them electric shocks. And these electric shocks were painful. They were painful enough that before the experiment started, the participants admitted that they would pay cash, they would pay money to avoid these electric shocks. And what the researchers discovered was 62% of men and 25% of women preferred to electrically shock themselves over sitting plainly with their thought and emotions. Now, this means that sitting with your thoughts and emotions must be more painful than the electric shocks. Like, why else would someone hit that buzzer that literally inflicts pain upon themselves? And this is how I use this unpleasantness of boredom to become more productive. So, let's say I'm writing a script for a video and I don't feel like doing it. What I what I do is the only alternative to writing the script I keep for myself is plain and absolute boredom. So if I don't write the script, I have to sit on my ass and do nothing. And I'll sit in boredom, sit on my ass, do nothing for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But after a while, what starts to happen is the unpleasantness of boredom starts to kick in. And my mind goes, fucking hell, this is unpleasant. Writing the script was much more stimulating and better option than this one. But if, let's say, instead of sitting in boredom, I ended up taking out my phone and scrolling, my mind now got the better alternative than writing the script, and it would never want to go back to writing. The second layer is something deeper, and it helped me become more creative. Whenever I watch something, whenever I consume some information, it might be through listening to a podcast, watching an informative video, reading a book, or even conversations with my friends, which are thought provoking. I absorb all of that information in. And when I sit for my boredom time, when I sit and do nothing, what my mind does is it brings up all of that information that I accumulated. So let's say this is all of the information, all of the different kinds of information that I accumulated. Now, this is in no particular order. So what my mind does is my mind brings all of this information up when I'm sitting in boredom, and it runs all of that information through the filter of me. This is the filter of me. And what I mean by filter of me is the way I like to see the world, the way the world makes sense to me. My experiences, my beliefs, my perceptions. And when my mind runs all of this information through this filter, it becomes all of this information becomes creative. It becomes my own. And this is exactly how I come up with all of the information I share on this channel. Barely 10% of all of what I share would be my own. It's mostly something that I acquired. My mind ran it through the filter of me, and then I made it my own, which is what makes me exponentially more creative than I was before. Your mind is innately creative if you just allow it some space to do its thing. That's how simple it is. You just have to allow your mind some space, some time to do its thing, and it comes up with creative ideas, creative solutions, and things to create. So the other day I was just walking, I was going somewhere, I don't remember where exactly, and I saw this watchman, the security guard. He was just sitting on his chair. I think so, he was in exactly this posture, and he was thinking something to himself. And I looked at him and I thought to myself, this is what this dude does throughout the day. Then why isn't he a creative genius and why isn't he productive as fuck? Because if boredom makes you more productive and boredom makes you more creative, this motherfucker gets bored throughout the day. So he should be like on top of the charts. But I'm pretty sure he was caught up in his thought loops and not using boredom the way that is the most conducive of all of these benefits, which is what the third level is about. Let me share a story about Buddha and his disciple Ananda. So, Buddha and his disciple, his cousin Anand, they were traveling somewhere in the jungle, and Buddha got thirsty. So, he asked Anand, Anand, I'm thirsty, just fetch me some water from somewhere. So, Anand said, sure, we just crossed a stream half an hour ago. I'll go there, get you some water. So, Anand went, and when he reached that stream, some bulls had crossed that stream of water, and the water was muddy, it got dirty. It was not drinkable anymore. So Anand came back to Buddha and he said, there's another stream an hour away in the other direction. Let me go there because that stream was dirty. But Buddha said, no, Anand, I want you to go back to the same stream and fetch me water from there. And Anand thought to himself, why is he being so stubborn? But because he was the disciple and Buddha was the guru or the master, he said, sure. So Anand went half an hour back again to the same stream, and to his astonishment, the stream was crystal clear and the water was drinkable. So he got water, came back to Buddha, and when he came back to Buddha, Buddha gave him a cheeky smile and asked him, did you get the lesson? To which Anand broke down crying and he confessed, when I saw the stream, it was muddy, it was dirty because the bulls had passed, and I tried to get into the stream and settle the water, which only made the stream dirtier. And Buddha added to it, like, the only thing you had to do was sit beside the stream with patience, and the water would have cleared itself. And that is exactly the case with your mind as well, which is what Buddha added at the end, which was what the lesson for Ananda was. The key here with boredom is to sit beside the stream of thoughts and emotions that pass in your mind with a sense of curiosity, non-judgment, and with the willingness to understand what is passing by. If you judge, that is equivalent to you getting into the stream and trying to settle the water. That doesn't help. That just makes the water muddier. That just makes your mind, that makes you stuck in your thought loops. What you have to do instead is you have to just sit beside the stream as it passes. Whatever comes up, just stay curious and try to understand. Be curious and non-judgmental. If you're liking this so far, don't forget to check out my entire coaching process to end procrastination once and for all in just a month. The fourth layer is the deepest one, and one which helps you find your purpose. Here's an amazing metaphor by Dr. K, which beautifully illustrates how you can find your purpose. So let's suppose you wanna know what to eat, but your taste buds are completely numb. So you can't, whatever you eat, you can't taste them. But you are curious and you desperately wanna know, what do I eat? What should I eat so that I enjoy my life? So because your taste buds are numb and you try some things, you still can't figure it out. So you go on to social media, you see a girl having ice cream and she's really enjoying it. You can see it on her face. So you come back home, you go to the market, you buy an ice cream and then you eat it. But because your taste buds are numb, you can't taste shit and you don't enjoy it. So you eat ice cream a couple of times, 4 or 5 times, and then frustrated, you're like, this is not enjoyable. What should I do? You go on the social media again, you look at a guy eating a burger. And again, the guy is really enjoying it. You can see him enjoying eating that burger. So you get convinced again, you go buy a burger, you eat it, you still can't taste anything and you still don't enjoy it because your taste buds are numb. Now, the solution here is not to keep trying more and more things and to keep looking what other people are doing, to keep looking for what to eat outside, but rather the solution is to unnumb your taste buds, to fix them so that when you eat things, you can know because of your own understanding that, yeah, I like this, because of your own taste buds, that, yeah, I like this, I like eating this, and I'll continue eating this. And the way you unnumb your taste buds is through boredom. So let me ask you this. Let's say you want to get to know someone, maybe they're a potential partner that you're dating. How do you do that? Do you do that by judging them, not listening to them, and ignoring them? Or do you do that by staying with them, asking them questions, and being curious? I'm pretty sure, I hope at least, that your answer was by being present with them, asking questions, and being curious. And that is exactly the case with yourself as well. If you want to get to know yourself better, you do that by spending time with yourself, being curious, with a willingness to understand, and with non judgment, the same way that Buddha suggested. So, the more time I started spending with myself, with that sense of curiosity and willingness to understand, the more I started understanding myself and parts of me, which is nothing but self awareness, by the way. And the more my self awareness grew and the more I started to understand myself, that helped me realize what I really loved doing, what I really loved eating, because now my taste buds were unnumb. And that helped me realize that I really love self improvement, releasing and processing trauma, becoming the best version of yourself, and helping others do that. That's why I love what I'm doing, coaching, sharing all of this information. I love this a lot because this is something that I have tasted, I have tried, and I know because my taste buds are unnumb that I am fucking enjoying this. As opposed to when my taste buds were numb, my self radar, my self awareness was not there. I could try a million things, but because I can't feel anything, I wouldn't understand. So, if you want to become more productive, increase your creativity, self awareness, and even find what clicks for you, find your purpose, dedicate a time in your days. It can be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, where you just sit with yourself and do nothing. No distractions, no listening to music, no audiobooks, not even nothing. It could look like just sitting and staring at a wall or going out for long, lone walks, just letting whatever comes up come up with that sense of curiosity and willingness to understand. What you can also do is something called taking charge of your in between moments. In between moments are moments in your days where you have free time. So maybe you're traveling, maybe you're waiting in a line. Our first instinct is to take out our phones and distract ourselves because that's the easy option. What you can do is in these in between moments, just sit with yourself again with that sense of curiosity, willingness to understand, and non judgment, and let whatever comes up, let it come up. Although it's not as effective as dedicating a specific amount of time, half an hour, 1 hour of your day, it will still help you get a lot of these benefits that we discussed in this video. Now, if you've reached till here, that means you're serious. And if you're curious about how I can help you beat procrastination once and for all, schedule a free strategy call with me where we'll go in specific details of your situation and the exact steps to get you out of it. Do it right now because I can do only a limited number of these and I'll see you there. Boredom is just one of the dozens of concrete actionable tools I share in this video. So if you'd like to beat procrastination once and for all and just get rid of it, you can click here.